Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word, truth, sincerity, and indeed. We are the great millstone branch here in Chicago on this brisk winter afternoon, coming at y'all with some more of it.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
It's a time for war. All right? Donald Trump, there's a hashtag going around among many Americans called take our country back. And someone from France just put out a tweet that pretty much stated, you Americans, you're the last stronghold. Because basically the Europeans are over there fighting against the system and they don't have arms. So what he's hitting at is that you Americans have arms to overthrow the system. So that the spirit of rebellion is in the air finally. Right. These Americans are literally talking about taking back what they stole. And I'm gonna read this this tweet went out today, and it's of Donald Trump, because I don't know if you brothers are aware, Donald Trump is supposed to get arrested next Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So it says former President Donald Trump speaks to reporters before his speech at an annual Conservative Political Action Conference, CAPAC, at Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center, National Harbor, Maryland, on March 4th, 2023. And it says, and this is March 18th, that's the picture that they're showing up. It says, Trump suggests he will be arrested next week. Call for supporters to take our nation back. Oh. And now that's trending. It's all over the internet now. You know, all these stormfronters, all the what do you call them? The race soldiers. You know, all these militias. All right. It says former President Donald Trump has issued a statement saying he expects to be indicted next week by Manhattan District Attorney and called his supporters to protest and take our nation back. All right, and more than likely he is going to be arrested. And it's just the times that we in. And now you got celebrities. You have what's his name? What's the dude's name? I'm seeing his face in my head, and I'm trying to get his name. The one that played the dude that played in White Man Can't Jump with Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson. Damn, I was looking at his face, man. I just couldn't get his name, man. Because I fucks with Woody. But Woody Harrelson, basically, after he made that speech against, the vaccines and all that stuff on Saturday Night Live, when he did a skit and never mentioned any names or anything, they came against him really hard. And now he's fighting back because he's basically saying the same thing. He's giving the same message that Donald Trump is giving, that you can't allow these elites, and then they show pictures of the Rothschilds and all these bankers to dictate your life and control over you. He said you the people have to control, take your country back. All right, because when this corporation decides it wants to go steal somebody else's shit and go to war, to put forth the agenda to better themselves and not the people. All right, because America has been completely sold out, man. You're not even governed by American law anymore. All right, you got to fight to prove. You got to fight to get back under the Constitution. How wicked is that?
Right. Wow.
That you in this society, you know that you got to run to the Constitution to defend yourself, because you're being controlled by outside entities that have combined all those NATO and EU countries. You know, they're all working in cahoots together, man. I found out that the Title 4D is out of the Hague court. It's out of the Hague.
Is that German?
It's out of it's out of the Hague. That's the head. So it's not even an American thing. It's out of the Hague. And guess what? There's a constitutional law. There's a law in the Constitution and a law in America that says that you can't bring in an outside entity of anything to govern over the people. So we'll be seeing them soon. But nevertheless,
that's right.
But nevertheless, man, that spirit, somebody get second Ezra. If they ain't not there already.
I'm right here.
Yeah, 16
All right.
is just about men.
Got it.
God knows, yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. I started at 14.
And we've been waiting for this.
That's
Right. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another.
Yeah, because they've been rioting in France for like the last week and a half.
Yeah.
And there was a great big old protest that had some like 10,000 plus people in London just a couple days ago as well, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, and how did we find out about that? Videos that came out showing it on TikTok, because they got control over them, you know,
that media.
well, they got control over IG, over Twitter,
Facebook.
over YouTube,
Definitely Facebook.
over Facebook, and so because they made that bullshit statement that, well, the average American is spending, you know, so many hours a day, and now 100 million Americans are on TikTok so many hours a day.
Oh, yeah, 90
and it's
minutes.
damaging. And I'm like, but they on Facebook, IG, and all that other bullshit too. Well, so why you not? You know why you not? And the reason being is that they can't control TikTok. All right, they can't control it because information can go just as fast on Facebook, IG, YouTube, all that as well. But they can monitor, control, pull stuff off, block stuff. They can't do that with TikTok, and that's the main source. I saw a video just yesterday when a dude said he don't even watch the news anymore. When he wants to know what's going on in the world, he goes to TikTok.
Yep.
So he's not going on there to look at the folly and all the bullshit, the ass shaking and the titty shaking and all the this new challenge and all the dumb shit. All right. He's going on there to look at the geopolitical stuff, and then he finds out what's actually going on in the world, and then you go and research it on the internet and different things. You find out that it's on point. Go ahead, brother. Finish that.
2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men.
And that literally means, you know, uprisings and disobedience going against your government.
That's right.
And that spirit is finally starting to come alive to these dumbass, Babylonians, man. The sheeple in Babylon are finally waking up. Go ahead.
And invading one another.
And that's going to happen because of all the shortages. All right, it's, you know, there's gonna the food. Our food is fucked. The water supply is fucked. You know, the whole ship is going down, man.
Yeah. Especially with all that shit, all these derailments, all these chemicals.
And that was yet another one just the day before yesterday.
It's like the post office shit back in the 80s. You said every other week a nigga
And somebody
tweak
at
at the post office. Just start riding niggas out.
I hate everybody.
Special
Like
delivery.
every week, bro.
Yeah, somebody was going postal. Where they got that terminology from.
Yeah, man.
Because, yeah, you know, maybe, hey, don't be, hey, you can fuck with the cops. Don't go fucking with the postal workers. Your ass you're gonna get sprayed with some mace.
Right.
And then lit up. Right behind you. While you can't see, they gonna shoot you.
Right.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's the
Go
train
ahead, brother.
derailments. Every other week, it's a new train derailment that's fucking up the water supply.
Yep.
Here in America.
That's a plague.
So all this stuff is being orchestrated. Okay. Go ahead.
It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, they're not going to regard basically any person that's in a form of authority. All right, and it's going to get to the point where they're going to have to bring out the troops to police. And guess what? Here's the funny part: a lot of the police are going to fall victim to that too,
Right.
because they're not going to use the everyday cops.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring in outside authorities, man.
Stormtroopers.
And you know what? They gave you a perfect example of that in that movie, The Crazies. The police had no power. All right. Once them soldiers showed up, all right, they were trying to round up cops too. All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Robot dogs.
They ain't got no conscience. They ain't got no feelings.
Robot
Oh
dogs.
shoot! Not just robot dolls. They got robot-looking men too.
Yeah.
What's that movie you told us
Monsters
to
of
watch?
Men.
Monsters of Men. Yeah, them
And not only
motherfuckers.
that latest one with Anthony Mack in it, Outside the Wire, that Marine. He was only person on the base that knew he wasn't human was the major. Everyone thought he was just some crazy ass soldier. He was a humanoid. And then they made him look like Jake.
Right.
And he even told the other dude, he said, "Why you think they made me look like I look?"
Damn.
And he said, because if they made me look like, like Captain America, if I was blonde hair and blue eyed, people already have a negative, mentality about people that look like that. So they literally, to be more diplomatic, they made him Jake. They made him look like Judah.
Damn.
And no one knew he was special.
Right.
All right, except the major was the only one.
Lieutenant Dan.
And all he would tell them he would tell them, hey, he not like us. And that's all he would say. He wouldn't say nothing else. But he was the only one that knew he was a AI, and he operated outside. In case you never saw the movie,
I gotta check that out.
the movie, and then they showed you, they had the regular drones just like the robot dogs. They had Marines. They were actual robots. They had like guys who you knew they were robots.
Right.
They had them too. They had a whole unit of them. All right, and they went right out with the soldiers, and they would go in first, and the soldiers would go right behind them.
Remember Universal Soldier?
Yes.
90s?
Yep.
All of them.
Esau been working on that.
Yeah. So that's nothing new, man. You remember, and that was what, in the early '90s. Now,
Yeah.
you got to remember, any technology that they show you, especially dealing with the military, they already had that shit.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
I mean, they had in the 1960s, Get Smart came out. He was talking into his watch. He was talking into his shoe.
Yeah.
They had that technology, man.
Yep.
They already had it. It turns out it's correct. When we got, by the time the cell phones hit hard in the 90s, in the late 90s, when the cell phones, started coming out like that, they were already being used in the military 30 years prior, man. So it's true. When the public gets certain technology, military units and things of that nature, and high-ranking officials within the government, they've already had that type of technology for 2 to 3 decades, man.
Yep.
Hey,
So the public is always 2 to 3 decades behind what they're doing. So you're right about that, brother. They're gonna have them dogs, and them dogs gonna have handlers, and those handlers not gonna be men. If you haven't seen Monsters of Men, you need to see that shit yesterday. All right.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
And they're gonna be used in this upcoming free-for-all purge that's gonna engulf America.
The Battle Royal.
And now you got, America's a president that half the country beloves. They love him. They beloved.
He is the best president that ever did it.
What he said, he survived the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the stunner.
He's so man, come on, he the only one that ever took the stunner, man. He gave you
survived the
niggas
stunner.
y'all first 1,200, you broke niggas.
Right.
Donald Trump the best that ever did it.
That's right.
But he is very much beloved by half the country, and and a lot of those people are armed. And that message came out from Europe. The guy said, cause he's saying, look, we fighting and we don't even have them things. He said,
Right.
America, y'all got them. Do something.
Yeah.
So, and I'm low key in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Push the goddamn that
Right.
Push the goddamn button.
The guy in the back, go.
Yeah, man.
All them good old boys, they wait.
Oh, yeah.
They've been looking and waiting.
They ready.
They've been waiting, and a lot of them want to come after you Jakes too, man.
Yep.
A lot of them, and they real upset about this whole thing in the border. And now they
Oh,
so worried
yeah.
about the border. Well, shit, you really got a bigger problem because Mexico
BRICS.
is now a BRICS nation.
Yep.
Mexico is filed for membership of BRICS, and you think they not gonna get accepted
Right.
when they reach it? So it's
get
here,
them
man.
motherfuckers accepted.
So you gonna have Sergey and them damn grounded, pounding, ankle breaking ass, leg breaking ass sample motherfuckers
The brothers
that can shoot
Yeah.
jumping out the damn plane.
with them cats from the stands with them.
Right.
All
And
the stands.
we all been seeing how them dudes from the stands fight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you just watching the UFC. Them damn stands, them dudes from the
stands ready.
stands is taking over, boy.
Yeah.
Wow,
They
man.
ain't fucking around, man. All right, so they right next door now. They right next door. So that spirit of insurrection, that spirit of sedition, is moving heavily through Babylon, man. Somebody get that Egyptian verse in Egyptian.
It's Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yep. Hey, so like, hey, kingdom against kingdom, man. And just like Esau won his kingdom back, that's why we out here doing this work, because we want our kingdom back.
That's right.
And we Ucha the Bebber out here.
That's right.
We want our kingdom back, man. All right? And by the way, they about to have the next season of that, too. It's about to come out.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. It's called Death of the Seven Kings or something like that.
Oh, man.
All right?
That's a must watch.
Yeah, and it's funny, too.
One of you hoes better get me some
It's funny, too, how they could get all the dress, all the weaponry, everything right.
I already know what you about to get at.
They get everything right about their show, but except the people, man.
The color.
For anyone who's watching, none of those people, those people were not white people. All right, they were not. That's a lie, man. All right, white people didn't take over until the 15th, after the 15th century. Right, from about 300 AD all the way up to the late 13th century. Europe was ruled completely by so-called black people, man. And any white people in Europe were serfs and bed wenches.
That's right.
That's it. Those of them, because they had got chased up into the Caucasus Mountains, around the 3rd and 4th century, man.
Yeah.
Okay? That's in Job, the 30th chapter. All right?
That's
Go
right.
ahead, bring up what you had, brother.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 24. It says that if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
It's like 70.
And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Bring it down.
Hey, and that's just it, man. You know, hey, because that's the time that we're coming into. And a lot of these Edomites are not in agreement to what's going on, man. And you know, the scripture tell you that if he that do evil unto himself, you know, hey, that's Esau don't care about the ways of the world, man. He don't care about his people. You know, he destroy everything, and he's destroying his people too with the water, the air, and everything else that he got going on, man. And they're not happy. So all of these guns that Esau got is about to be a nation fighting against nation, kingdom against kingdom. It's just about to be all out hell, man.
Yeah, you're right. That's why, you know, that food is a weapon. I saw pomegranates yesterday that said they were made in Israel. We know those shit grow in Israel, man. They import all their food. I saw pomegranates that were like bigger than, they were big like a damn coconut. You know, they were huge pomegranates. I'm like, I know this is GMO laboratory shit right here.
Yeah.
You go to eat the pomegranate, it's trying to eat you back.
Like
like,
Seymour.
man.
You look like Seymour.
Yeah, exactly.
Seymour.
Feed me Seymour.
Feed me, see.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I want some pomegranates, man. I saw them great big old things. Then it said grown in Israel.
Shit look like a gorilla fish.
Right? And we know that Israel is they have to import almost everything that they get, man.
Right.
They even importing trees. Nothing is growing over there, man. The Lord is not blessing those people.
Lord
like
ain't
that.
blessing it, yeah.
They bring in trees to plant them. To, you know, it's not the earth, the ground is not fruitful for them. All right? It's big ass pomegranate. Look bigger than a damn bigger than a damn 16-inch softball, man.
Right.
They were huge. I'm like, man, this ain't natural. This ain't no damn. What the hell is this?
Right.
Damn pomegranate on steroids. Oh,
Man,
swole ass pomegranate.
I got something for you, Elder. Just get that one. 10. Yeah, get the 10. Going with the Elder 10.
This the book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
Exactly, because favor was shown to the wicked. How? The Lord gave every nation, so to speak, a chance to rule. And with the so-called white man in particular, the Amalekites in particular, he gave them the land of Israel. Hey, the scriptures, when you read the gospel, when you read the prophets, it said a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. When you read the gospel, it says Jerusalem shall be treaded down on the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles are fulfilled. And we coming into those times, but the Lord did put them in that land. Keep reading.
It says, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly,
Which is the land of Israel. Go ahead, that's the land where the Lord placed his name. Go ahead.
and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh.
Exactly. Because what he's doing over there, he's koshering pork. All right, he's having more parades, calling Pink City.
Yeah,
Don't come unless you snipped.
he's promoting the alphabet lifestyle over there.
That's the capital.
And they're not keeping the laws. They cover up the top of, they cover the crown of their head. If you notice, all the brothers' crown of their head is uncovered.
Right.
All right, they cover the crown of their head. They do everything opposite of what is righteous. You know. Somebody go ahead and get that is it in Ezekiel 35, 36? When they took the land. I think it's Ezekiel. Yeah. No, not that one. He just read that. No, when it says they appointed the land into their own hands. Also on Joel too.
That's it's 36, 35.
Yeah, 36, 35. The water, brother. Go ahead and bring it out.
It's Ezekiel 36 and 5.
Matter of fact, started I think at verse 1 and 2 when it says aha.
Right, yeah, this is
Go back down to let me see.
I think it's like raise
They have said.
Yeah, so AHA space AH.
Yeah, start there, brother. Bump the shot.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 2. Thus saith Yahweh power, because thy enemy have said against thee, aha.
Captured it perfect and coming to America.
Yeah.
And in that scene when they all, with that one Jew dude that hung out in the barbershop with all the brothers,
Yeah.
and he was making all them jokes. Aha! All right, so that's a saying among them. If you hung out with them, you're gonna hear one of them say it.
Yeah.
They still say that to this day. So he captured it. So the prophecy was perfect because he told you that someone would say, aha. Go ahead, brother.
Aha. Even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
And this is talking about the Edomites. It literally tells you. So the Edomites have the ancient high places. But yet, Christianity teaches that the Edomites is done away with. They're not here anymore. All right? And that's a lot. But go ahead, brother.
Therefore prophesy, say, thus saith Yahweh power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen.
And we're a possession to the residue of the heathen, right? And we're all into the heathen's philosophies, right? We our people believe in all kind of madness that can't be backed up by history or scripture, man. All right, you know they think they Muslims, you know they 5-day Adventists, they Christians, they Jewish.
5%.
You already an Israelite. How you gonna convert to something you already are, man? All right? They Africans, Egyptologists. They just in all kind of Scientology. They in all kind of mess, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 3. And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in family of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh power. Thus saith Yahweh power to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys.
And mountains and hills are representations of countries, man. Just so you know, mountains in the Bible, when it says, in that scripture Revelation, when it says every mountain shall be moved out of its place, it's literally talking about destroying all these governments and setting up the government of Israel, which is y'all. 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes. That's going to be the new government under the authority of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's the new government, man.
That's
That's the new mountain. Y'all,
That's right.
go ahead.
To the desolate wastes and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
Some of Idumea?
All Idumea.
Yeah, because GOCC, they teach that. So, and Idumea is Edom. By the way, anybody watching, any brother didn't know. All right, that's the Greek way of saying Edom. So even then, so think about it. How did the Greek word get put into the Old Testament? So these so-called white people have been trying to hide who they are for a very long time, man. For a very long time. When they printed the Bible, instead of putting Edom there, they purposely put Idumea there. All right, but go ahead.
Which have appointed my land into their possession with joy of all their hearts.
So, and that hadn't even, when this was written, it hadn't happened yet. All right, that didn't happen until the Balfour Declaration. All right, That's what World War I and II was about. World War I was the plan to get, was when they formulated the plans to take the land of Israel. In World War II, they implemented it. All right? They told them, you know, they said, look, you give us the land of Israel, we'll get the Americans involved in the war. And they did. Why? Because they were controlling the media, the newspapers, and everything else, man. They control all, and they still control the information today. All the books you read, so all the books that tell you them lies about who you are. They do, and it's funny, man. We could be anything we want to be, except the Israelite, man. I can say I'm a woman. I identify as a woman. All right, it's like, dude, you don't look like a woman, but I identify as one.
No problem.
All right, I ain't got no problem with that.
Right.
You know, I could be a Christian, a Jehovah's Witness, a Muslim. All right, a 5%. I could be anything I want to be, except the Israelite, man. All of a sudden, everybody up in arms. Think.
Truth hurts.
Think.
That's right.
All right, they got a problem with us saying we the people of the Lord, man,
That's right.
because it's the truth.
That's right.
All right, and that whole system, everything that they built has all been based upon deception and lies, man. All right, and the truth is that it was hid in that book all along.
All along.
It was right in front of everybody's faces all along, man. And the one that tell it. So if we all, hey, look, I grew up reading that damn book, man. And it wasn't until this truth came along to where it opened up, and I was like, God, you know. But go ahead, brother.
With despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
And they casted us out for a prey, man. So they took the Holy Land and casted out the people for a prey, man. And where our people on the bottom in every place that they are around the earth, man. All right, because this ain't a black thing, a Hispanic thing. This is an Israelite thing. All right, our people are going to come looking like other people. Why? Because we got scattered to the four corners of the earth among all people. You know, it baffles me why that's so difficult for some of these clowns, but I know a lot of them paid off though.
Exactly.
Because I mean, they can read, they can get that. All right. As a matter of fact, just for an example, somebody get Isaiah 16:4, because I saw a video this morning of some Ammonites performing salsa, just as good as Ephraim does. Yeah, get it, brother.
That reminds me of
Isaiah-
Bruce Lee.
Isaiah 16:4. Let mine outcast dwell with thee, Moab. Be thou a convert to them.
Covert.
Salaki. Be thou a covert.
Covert is when you hide. You can. So the Lord is cold, man. So that they wouldn't exterminate all you so-called black men, He hid some of you among Moab. All right. You talking about some strategic shit, man? That's cold as hell, man. That's how you get people like Bruce Lee.
Yep.
And them
And
breakdancers,
many
South
others.
Koreans.
All right.
Be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler.
So right, because he looking to slay and kill you. When you brown, he got his sword ready to kill all these niggas. And he said, "Well, there's no niggas over here. He's standing among Moab." It's like shit. It's a whole bunch of them standing right there in front of you, but they don't look like you. All right, and then the Lord is gonna pull them out of there.
Yeah.
Revelations 7 and 9. He's gonna round them all up. All those people that got sifted among the heathen, the elect among them, not all of them, because some of them got sent there. Hey, that's a hell of a punishment, man. To come back in this world looking like a heathen, and never wake up from it. You know, but still be under the curses.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, damn, man, I'm fucking white too. Why can't I get a break? You know?
Why can't I get a break?
You know? Well, guess what?
I'm
Right.
white. Give me something.
Exactly.
That was them niggas in Greece being wicked.
Right. Getting
Them niggas
mistreated.
was blacker than me.
Getting mistreated by white people. Still getting beat up by black people. It's like, fuck, I can't fucking break. I can't get a break, bro. You know, he could just confuse. And the Lord leave your ass in that confused state, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Cause at my job, one of my coworkers, he looked like a Moabite, but you know, he definitely
The
is
spirit.
Yeah, but he talked about how his parents was going through all that affliction over there in like Vietnam. You know, he said that they was afflicted, they were being persecuted, and that's why they pretty much came over here.
They went from the frying pan to the fire. Because guess what? Vietnam doing pretty good right now. All right? You know, they kind
Be over
of
there with some rice.
they bounced back.
Little tall. They could be over there 2 feet taller than the other more.
Hey,
God
you
knows,
know?
bro.
Right. Get first dibs.
With the afro,
And the
you know,
race is nice.
they over here in America getting bulldozed.
The race for many years.
Hey.
Yes.
But go ahead, brother.
That's brother.
The spoiler ceases. The oppressors are consumed out of the land.
And that, we can't wait for that to happen, man.
Oh yeah.
For the oppressors to get consumed out of the land.
That's right.
You seeing it?
Right there.
You seeing it?
That's right.
And we're literally watching it happen, man.
Right.
We're watching that kingdom fall, man. You know, Apostle Gabar said, you know, he said many years ago, you could tell the condition of a nation, of a people, all right, by looking at their women.
Oh yes.
And so you know we through.
We been done.
Oh shit.
Peace is through.
Yeah, you look at our women, it's like, damn. You know?
Woo!
I turned on my phone, first thing I saw was some chick with her mouth open, hey, and somebody squirting champagne in her mouth.
Yeah.
Nothing
And it
bitch
said,
hell right here.
don't, with another broad hair on her head,
Oh,
saying
absolutely.
stop over-sexualizing the black woman. I'm like, she's over-sexualizing herself.
Right.
This is that's that.
She's sitting there like with pushing up her gigantic boobs, with her mouth wide open, with her tongue out, with a guy standing in front of her with a champagne bottle with a squirt on.
The champagne gun.
Squirt. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And it looked like an Edomite hand too. No.
You saw it too, right?
She was at a hibachi restaurant.
So-
all the Jason's cheering.
Yo.
There it is.
I just went to that yesterday.
There it is, man.
This is real quick for the elder. This is Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So going back to what the elder Apostle Gabar said, that the elder Malcolm quoted, yeah, you do know that, man. And this kingdom is being translated from one people to another. And you know, I be out here fucking with the snow and shit like that, but man, I get fired up, man. I be watching them scenes from Mandingo before I hit the club. I be on the fucking warpath, man.
Hey, I told you, my boy Blue, one of my Marine buddies, man. He always had the snow up to the base crying, man. I asked him, what you doing to these women, man? And he was like, I'm getting them back for slavery.
Yes.
I was like, damn.
Getting
I
it
don't
back
know
in
what
blood.
Yeah, and I said, what you doing? I'm dropping that Alabama
The
black
black
snake
snakes
on.
on.
I said, all right.
I tell them all the time, man.
For the
life's a
culture.
gamble. Bet on black. The soul glow,
And
make your soul
he
glow.
always kept them with snow. With
Good
money.
snow.
That's
Always
right.
Gotta
had
have
one,
some
man.
money.
He always had one, man.
Yeah, but Esau's through, man.
Yeah.
You know, and the Lord is chasing this man out of the earth
That's
once
right.
again, man. And they have to go into captivity, man. The scriptures say because of unrighteous dealings,
Dealings,
man.
yeah.
That's why they spent all them billions on them bunkers.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. To no avail.
That's right.
Then you can look it up for yourself. You go into the Acme, just like on the cartoon, the Acme Bunker Building Company, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Acme Construction.
Yeah.
And they'll show you right there. It said that and this was a couple years ago, so I can imagine now. But it said that the luxury bunkers went up 300% with millionaires, and it went up in sales, and it went up 700% in sales with billionaires. Billionaires don't spend money on nothing.
That's right.
They
So
don't.
they didn't go and buy these $billion luxury bunkers,
Right.
you know, with movie theaters and swimming pools, and you know, and to create outside-like atmospheres, so they can get a sense of being outside and planning on being in there for years if they have to. They didn't spend all that shit for nothing, man.
They actually showed that now on TikTok. It popped up now. They say underground city, and the guy is recording him being in an underground bunker
Oh, yeah.
in the city, just like how he explained
they
it
got
too, bro.
it's an underground city right up under Disney World. Disney World in Florida has a whole underground city under it. That's why all
wild,
the
bro.
people that work there, they live underground.
Wow.
They got underground city. Yeah, they go, so they come up to go to work.
That's
They
crazy,
they got like,
man.
you know, McDonald's and Burger King and all the stores. Yeah, they all underground.
All right.
You
God.
know?
That's crazy.
Hey, just you doing all that goofy shit just so one of the leg can come smiling.
That's it.
Like that little girl on X-Men Shadow Cat just
Yeah.
slide down. I'm gonna have George Clinton
Oh, yeah.
playing when I snatch your stupid ass up and break your fucking neck. Have your body through the door. Just pull the head so it can snap.
No, Boosie
Something
Collins,
about the music.
Boosie Collins had a song that came out in the late 80s called Body Slam.
Yeah.
I want to teach you how to body slam.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Bring it out, brother.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9.
And they showed you this on that movie. You always bring it out. X-Men Days of Future Past with Magneto. I'm gonna be Magneto. The Lord give me that power. Go ahead.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword.
Exactly. So the Lord breaking all the strongholds, man. Go ahead.
He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them.
That's how you know that the soil is hell, that the ground is hell. They dig into hell. What you think you got some dudes with shovels and bulldozers just kept digging until they saw fire and the
Dudes
devil
with
his
pitchforks. They shovels hit the
Talking about
pitchforks.
close that shit up.
You taking away all the heat, nigga. Motherfucker smoking.
Nah, man.
That's that History Channel
They
bullshit.
dug into the earth. The ground is hell, man. So all right.
That's
You
right.
gotta learn the
Right.
meaning of words, man.
Says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
So you ain't gonna make it like it's a movie, Independence Day 2. You got these crackers
Yeah.
up there with these Moabites. They got a space station. Look, man, that's monkey shit. But this is the idea, the idea of the so-called white man.
Yeah.
What
And
was
that's
that? Don't Look Up, right? That last movie.
Oh, yeah.
Where they
With
said
Jonah
they was
Hill.
gonna go in here. Yeah, with Jonah Hill and make
Yeah.
look, that shit is dead, man.
Elysium.
Yeah,
That's what,
yeah, yeah.
That's what the
yeah,
movie Elysium was about.
Yep.
They had basically destroyed. There was complete dystopian Earth.
Yep.
Everybody was living below the poverty lines, struggling, chaos, dirty as hell, and they still were excavating whatever was left and taking it up to the space station.
Yep.
And most of the white people, the wealthy ones, and the wealthy people in general, not just devils, but but mostly them. All right, because they're the main ones that could afford to live up there. They all were living up on the space stations. All right, and living good.
Good as fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
They had immortality.
and that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
then
had
they
that,
had,
yeah.
they had They had the science to heal them. You know, to when they get sick, and they were, and yet they were taking a life force from everybody that was down here slaving to get whatever crumbs they had to send up to them. All right, and that's what the whole movie was about. Wasn't he trying to like get up there to bring the little girl? Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah, to heal
That was
everybody.
Matt Damon, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was like,
Yeah.
he was like, this technology can heal everyone.
Yeah.
Right? They had to make a white guy the good guy, man.
Yeah. Of course.
You know, and there really is no such thing, man.
Fucking gringo.
All right,
Huh.
right, you're right, because you the one that came off the ship with Cristobal Colon, off the ship immediately kicking people in the chest, kicking their doors in and stabbing them with a damn sword.
Why they unarmed?
And they unarmed. Actually, after they fed you,
They were peaceful.
Yeah.
like
right.
come on, let
Like
me
you was some
sit
great
down and
warlord.
eat.
Yeah. Peaceful. They were fucking dying from scurvy. They were starved, dehydrated. You know, in the Northern Kingdom, took their monkey ass in, cleaned them up, fed them, you know, gave them water. And what Esau, he repaid the favor with a fucking sword, man.
With a slaughter.
A great
Right?
slaughter.
And then put them in chains. All right.
Yeah.
And then put them in chains, and he put them in chains, and then took them, you know, and took them to into slavery.
Yeah.
All right, and presented them before the King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, and pretty much said, "Hey, look, man, hey, give me a company of men." He said 50 well-armed men. Look, man, to someone who's never seen armor before. All right?
Right, right.
And you coming over here with full metal armor
Yeah.
and swords and pikes and spears in formations,
Right.
you know, and they little wooden weapons and sticks, you know.
Shit, the rocks.
Yeah. And he's like, look, man, we can take these people, man.
That's what made
And the
Rome
whole time that they did it, when they came off the ships, you know, all they was looking at was all the jewelry and the gold. Because Jake would have rings in their nose and their ears, and they were like, where's this at?
Right.
You know, and that wasn't even important to
It
Jake.
wasn't shit.
It wasn't. It didn't mean nothing to them. And they, you know, Jake is like, look at the water, the trees, the food, food. And they like, no.
What's this? Yeah.
Where's
Hey,
that?
they showed you that on
Vikings.
Yeah.
Yep.
On that last scene, I was going. Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yep.
Where the Gadites, where they brought that snake in there.
Yep.
That dude and the Gadites, and he went and Uber them was like, you know, they don't care about that. And that one thirsty nigga, he said, no. Where is this? Where is this? And he ended up killing the girl scene, and he ended up killing the dude.
Yeah, man.
That Esau's a fucking demon, man.
Yeah, covetous.
That's why he said, exactly. That's why he said, Noah, keep it at home. Get somebody
Micah.
to get that, man.
Get Micah.
That's right. He's a proud man. Hey, get he enlarging his desire as hell.
Yeah, so
and he's a proud man.
that's why they
Keep
got
it at
what,
home.
800 bases. We have
That's right.
over 800 bases in foreign countries.
Just to get
And
your
we're not
ass
there.
whooped, boy.
We're not. You know, America didn't go to these countries to help these people. America went to those countries to enforce his way of life and to make sure that its currency remained the reserve currency of the earth.
That's what you say, drop that
Point.
democracy, boy.
Right,
They,
democracy.
they came over there and kick in your door and bring you some democracy.
Right.
Right? Exactly. Democracy grenade.
That fat ass eagle on the main. It said from gold. He had the chest up. Look like they need some democracy.
Go over here and bring them some democracy.
Fat ass eagle, chest up. The whole world knows the so-called white man. Look, man, everybody outside you stupid ass Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that the white man is the devil.
Yep.
Everybody but 2/3 of our people. And even some of them stupid ass niggas know. But the white man gives them, Esau gives them the comfortability to ignore the fact that he's the devil. They can smoke their blunts, they can commit adultery, they can be in the alphabet community, they can put niggas on child support and not get put to death.
What's up, baby?
You got a question?
Come here.
You got a
Nah,
question?
we don't smoke.
Oh, she trying to get some.
She trying to get some BBC.
She can smoke that.
Shit, wait till about 6 o'clock. Go ahead.
It's the book of
I'll roll
Micah.
her ass up like an egg roll.
No, she probably wants a blunt. Oh,
Right.
She saw these brown people. She's like, yeah, I know one of them got a blunt.
That bitch probably Keisha low key. Go ahead.
God knows.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
She wanted cigarettes. She could have went to Jude. She didn't want looking for no cigarettes.
Yeah, you right, brother.
She's looking for some blunts.
That's a nice observation. That
She
bitch
was gonna say
said,
la 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 la.
La?
You got la la la.
hey, what that bitch say? It's whole kid, motherfucker. It's that John Blaze
Oh
for
yeah.
you.
Right, that's a whole nigga woman.
Yeah, that's
You
definitely
ever
a black
seen her do
woman.
stand up? She's
No,
a comedian.
I ain't see it do
Yeah,
it.
that bro,
She's in a couple
she's
clips.
Isaiah 16:4 all day long, man.
That's
Oh, man.
that John Blaze for you. Go ahead.
This the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands.
Yeah, because they can't even go to sleep until they devise some plan on how to oppress you and make you miserable.
Like Scrooge
As
McDuck.
soon as they figure it out, they right, put their thumb in their mouth, hug at their pillow, you know, in a fetal position, right?
Yeah.
chemtrails.
Then they sleep good after that.
Little ass rod.
They find that little light bulb come on, and they figure that with all that wicked device.
Let me put BPH in the water.
Right.
Let me put this to convert estrogen to testosterone and testosterone to estrogen. Ah, that's what I'm gonna do today,
Yeah.
man. And it said because it's
Now
a
your
right,
woman walk around loud as fuck,
chest out,
you know. it's
hands
just-
hard.
Right,
Bitch, hands hard.
Veins.
right,
Vascular than the motherfucker.
That
is
bitch
true.
vascular.
right.
Hand rough as
You got
sandpaper.
dudes wearing skirts and high heels and shit.
Oh, God.
Voice
man.
medium as hell. Voice medium low. A fucking mark. Look, man. But it said because it's in the power of their hand to do so. Only Esau has that power. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans ain't got a pot to piss in and wouldn't throw it out. Let alone the legislation to pass unrighteous decrees to go invade countries, to go put drugs, you don't even put these drugs in the fucking ghettos that kill each other, man. Hey, just like the elder was talking about how technology, was out years before you know, and things like that. They was talking about how they did, you know, in World War, I think it was World War II, how they was giving all the soldiers ecstasy and had them going out killing motherfuckers. They put that shit together or had you niggas do it. They had that damn near 100 years ago. Esau said, I'm gonna put this shit together on how you niggas bugged
You had
out.
them crazy characters like that character, Bunny and Platoon.
Yeah.
That beat the Moabite brains out of his head with the butt of his, and then was bragging about, you see that shit? You see all them brains and shit? Who does that, man? You just want to beat a man's skull until his brains come out of his head, man. You know? Yeah, that character Bunny, man, was crazy as hell, man. That was, I think, what's his name, brother, played that character.
Carrying the head around in the backpack.
Oh, yeah, that character. Yeah.
Wow.
That was in, what was that, Dead Presidents.
Oh yeah, they did that there too.
Yeah, when he had the damn, he had damn Moab's head in his backpack. Then the dude told him that shit stink.
It's good luck.
He said, man, throw that shit away, man. Bury that shit.
It's good luck.
And he buried it, and then he told them all, now we all gonna die.
Yeah, now we gonna die. Now we gonna die.
Just buried our
Oh,
good luck
superstitious, wicked nigga, man. Only he had you flipping out like that, man.
That nigga became a pastor.
Oh yeah, then he had that general butt naked spirit. General butt
No,
naked.
you know what? But a lot of them jakes really had that murderous spirit on them, man. Because I had one of my platoon sergeants, man, in our platoon office. But you know how you have the glass over the desk and the pictures under it? When we were good, his name was Staff Sergeant Tuya. He was a Japhite, all right? And he used to teach all the hand-to-hand shit too. And he was talking about taking bayonets and knives in your arms and shit. And then when people would question him about it, he'd pull up his sleeve and show you. So basically, he taught this technique when a guy tried to run you through with the bayonet, how you sacrifice your arm and then you turn it over and then you juggle with it. And I was like, what the fuck? And on his desk. No, but in our platoon office, on his desk, when you would sit there, at his desk and you start looking at the pictures, he had pictures of him in Vietnam posing with heads.
Yeah.
He would pose with heads, posing with bodies. I'm like, this shit is crazy, man.
That dude that actually, that me and the elder Uriah was talking about, that bugged out. And I told him that I don't want to talk to him.
Great.
You know him, but when he first started lacing me up, he was saying when they was in the military, you know, back in the day when he was in the world, he was saying they had some shit. Before they went out and did wild shit, they had some shit called the Night of the Ram. And they'd take animals like chickens and geese or whatever they could find. He said they'd grab them motherfuckers and they'd be squawking and shit. And they'd make you like your platoon sergeant to make you open the mouth and bite off the head right there. And if you didn't have the wit to just do that, they knew you wasn't ready for the shit that they was about to go do.
God damn.
That was just like a prerequisite.
Damn. It's like
that shit was like warming up in the back.
Yeah, right.
Before the real shit.
Like, hey, this one ain't ready.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I was
wicked
thinking.
as hell,
Ozzy
man.
Osbourne.
But that's like just going back to what the elder said, man. You know, and that's why Jake got bugged out and freaked out by it. That's why he said they deeds have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. Why? Because they don't have no cover. They like a woman. You gotta understand, man. When a woman leaves a man of the Lord, she's out here subject to the elements. She has no covering. The Lord, all right, is the children of Israel are the bride of the Lord. Our people left the Lord. We have no cover, so we subject to Islam, Christianity, Satanism,
payments.
That's why he said they have forgotten me days without number. You niggas don't know nothing about the Lord.
And another thing too, you know, they don't. One thing's for sure, man, is that the centurions, right? These race soldiers, especially of the centurions, they are told to enforce drug laws in the hood.
Right? Yes.
Right. They don't enforce the drug laws. I'm telling you, if you go and you move, you go up to Lincoln Park, you go up to Bucktown, you go up to Lakeview, you go up to the Gold Coast. You know, I'm gonna tell you, Edomite youth do more drugs than anybody.
Facts.
Oh, I know.
Facts.
They do more drugs than anybody,
Facts.
man. Edomites, man.
Yes,
Every party I've ever been invited to by the rich folks, I ain't never seen coke until I went to one of their parties, man.
Facts.
I never seen that shit before. I remember walking into one of them damn parties, man, and when you walked in, they had coke just lying on the damn table, and it was doctors and lawyers in this motherfucker,
Them the main
right?
ones.
And it was just lines of it, and when you walked in, you had one person standing there monitoring it to give you the thing so you could do a hit. And they was like, and I was like, oh, no, I'm cool, man. Fuck with that. With alcohol.
God
I mean,
knows.
that's the only thing I knew. I ain't, you know, I was too into my body for all that other bullshit, man. But into my health, I ain't never seen shit like that. But one thing for sure is that you are not gonna see Jewish youth on the Gold Coast bent over the hood of cars,
Never.
getting their backpacks and their
Never.
pockets ran.
Never.
All right, you're not gonna see it.
Yep.
You know, with the lights on, them standing all out in the street, 5 of them bent over the car. You're not gonna see the
walking
kids,
past
them
points
kids
and
at
shit.
Latin high school. You know, Latin high school right on the corner, right there at Clark and North Avenue, across from the Historical Society. You know, the little rich kid school. You're not gonna see them bent over the hoods of the police cars and shit, getting
Hella
fucked with
drugs
by the
in there.
police.
Right.
And they all
Hella
got
drugs.
drugs, man.
Jump out,
Matter of
boys.
fact, they have some of them parties when they would take their parents' drugs and put them in a bowl and drink and do the drugs and shit. You know, that was a problem up there with them little rich spoiled ass brats, man, them little trust fund bastards. But one thing's for sure, you're not gonna see the police rolling through their neighborhoods when you see 4 or 5 little white kids, you know, teenagers, and roll up on the whoop whoop. You know, and they scatter and run and shit. It ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
But they definitely gonna do that. So, and the police are told to do that. And we already know that they put the drugs there.
That's right.
And everybody knows that at this point.
It's in the power of their
All right?
hand to do so.
I mean, if you know you want to deny that, you know, that's just on you, man. But that's a fact.
Hey, what that nigga Rock say on Minister Society? The hunt is on, and you're the prey.
Exactly.
He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. Oh, black bald head nigga.
Go
Go
ahead, brother,
ahead.
bring it out.
Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, and violence covereth them as a garment.
Perfect.
So, you know, like the elders were saying, man, they don't suffer the same things that we suffer at the hands of centurions and the justice system. So, you know, they get
Just
pride.
us system.
Right, you know, they feel untouchable.
Yeah.
They feel, in which they do. They get away with murder. They get away with death, drug use,
Literally.
all that shit, man.
And it's like the story that the brother when you Nagi told this story years ago, man. I always laugh about it.
Yeah.
You know, and because the shit was so
It's
real.
true. It's true.
But I'm like, damn. But he, you know, he was saying how he was hanging out with one of his homies back in the world, and they was with this white dude, this lawyer, and they was all smoking weed. So he said they ran out of weed. So the lawyer said, man, I got weed in my car, right in my trunk. So he was like, I'm gonna go get it. He said, I go with you. So he walks to the dude and walked down to his car with him. Dude opened up his trunk and got a big ass bag, like a backpack, full of weed,
pounds.
and it's
Right there.
pounds of the shit. And so then he looked at it, he was like, damn, bro, you ain't scared? The cop's gonna pull you over with all this shit? And he said the lawyer just looked at him and said, dude, I'm white. and he was like, oh yeah. And they just, it's like, oh damn. All right, let's get some of this weed then. But I'm like, what the fuck? But I mean, it's true, man.
They showed you that dope being.
I was about to say that.
Like, bro,
A
I'm white.
man.
So because they not in trouble as other men, man.
Yeah, man.
They're not
Hey,
gonna get
Capo.
pulled over, man.
Read a little more on that. That's Psalm 73.
Yes, sir.
Read a little more on that. Let this madness go past. I hope some nigga might got his rights read to him.
I hope it's Amalek.
Psalm
Monkey style.
73 and 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
See, they have more than a heart could wish. They have more than a heart could wish, man. Go ahead, brother.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
They speak that. They don't even have a
Pull
problem with
yourself
it.
up by the
Yeah,
bootstrap.
by the bootstraps.
You know, when you know, like I said, man, these Edomites are the only people
Exactly.
I know that rig a race for them to win and then brag about winning.
A handicap match.
All right?
Right.
I mean, it's true. You know, they rig a race for them to win. All right? By through policy and all kind of things.
That's it.
And then brag about
Bad bitch.
you having nothing and them having everything.
Yep.
When you set it up that way. Right? It's amazing to me, man. It's like it's you know, outside of them Russian Edomites I've met, it ain't really no honor among them, man. None whatsoever, man.
True.
None.
All right.
Shit, that Moabite lady.
Because that's the only place where that I can think of that where so-called white people didn't put Negroes in slavery was the Russians. And guess what? They didn't subscribe to a lot of that white superiority shit. At least not back then. I don't know what's going on now, but you know, in their churches, they kept a lot of the
icons.
The icons. They didn't. So when the Renaissance, when whitewashing all the icons, the Russians kept them the way they were from the 6th, 7th, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th century. A lot of the icons in their churches are still black.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't repaint them all.
I told you what that Russian pulled me to the side.
And I think it hurts them the most, man. I know they get extra mad when they watch the videos.
Oh, yeah.
That they not the Brits, you're not the Scots, you're not the Irish.
They be like that dude every time you mention
You're
it.
not the Celts, right? You were none of that, man. You were not the Celts.
His body was
Not the
moving every
Vikings.
time he got rebuked. That's how they be, man.
Yeah. Because I got news for you. All those people I just mentioned, they were all so-called black people, man. That was the Southern Kingdom, man.
They be
Facts.
selling you niggas that Africa story, that motherland. They be selling you niggas that Bombada story, and you keep regurgitating it,
Yeah,
man.
and they're our second biggest enemy, man.
Right.
Some damn Africans. We were at war with them, man.
Daily.
Daily,
Right.
they was a Philistines,
We
man.
were at war with them. That's our second biggest enemy, man. All right.
Hey,
They were gathering our people up. You know, the Southern Kingdom people that was still in the west coast of Africa. They were helping right along with the Ishmael.
Them sad
It
niggas.
was the Ishmaelites. Somebody get Joel. It was the
That's right.
Ishmaelites, the Hamites, and Esau. Right? That was your transatlantic slave trade right there, man.
And you
All
niggas
right?
love
And
them
then
sad
they, and then
niggas.
they preached that lie. Well, your people were selling your own people. You a goddamn lie.
Right.
You know, you damn Hamites. Now, unfortunately, there are some of our people who did own slaves here in America. But for the most part, it wasn't our people that were selling our own people. It was Hamites. It was Africans selling Negroes, man. There's two different races of black people, so-called, right? Two different races of people, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead, you got the Joel?
Joel.
Yeah. This the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 4. It says, Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon are ancient African nations that are still around today. Yeah, but whatever it was serious.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine?
Right? And all the coast of Palestine. Palestine is where you get the word Philistine from.
That's right.
Right? So the real Palestinians were Philistines, and the Philistines were Africans. They were son of Ham.
Big freaks.
So those Arabs over there, those Ishmaelites, that that's getting mistreated by the fake Jews. Those neither one of them belong in that land. Right? Those Ishmaelites that are over there are what's left of those Mohammedans, those people that followed Muhammad.
Yeah.
All right, they got that land, around the six. That's what that movie, The Last Kingdom, is about. No, not The Last Kingdom, The Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah.
All right, and another movie that portrayed, they had one black dude in the whole movie. All right, in the whole battle.
Wasn't that Don Shield?
No. No. They had when they had that one battle, he was a Moor. All right, he was fighting alongside that big swole ass German dude. And they got killed. The big German dude got shot in the neck with the arrow. And got fighting until he passed out.
I'm thinking about another movie. They had that nigga Don Shield over there in Yemen. But this scene.
Okay, yeah. But
yeah.
No, I know which one you're talking about.
But this scene right here is portrayed in that movie Roots, right at the beginning.
Around the 40th minute.
40th minute.
About the 40th minute mark is when this scene is portrayed in the movie Roots.
So there you go. You got them Alibabas out there, them saying niggas that you niggas love so much, selling you them bologna
following
sandwiches
their
in the
religion,
gas
man.
station.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like getting into it with these FOI dudes, man. But you know what I've learned, man, you know, just in general, it's like people can wake up to this truth. Them FOI guys, man,
Them
I
hard,
done had them,
hard
and I
cookies,
just
man.
read in the book of Kyle in the video the other day, right out of the Quran. Well, it tells you in the Quran that the Israelites is a preeminent race, and that we're to seek after Jacob and his God.
Jacob and his God, yeah.
So it tells you that right in their own book, man. It still goes right over their head, man. Right? It's like it is. There's no nation of Islam. That's not a race of people. That's no different from Judaism. It's a man-made, made-up religion.
It's the nigger version of it.
All right.
Right.
I remember this one nigga he was trying to drop some knowledge to the phone them. You know? And I don't get into nigga conversations. It's just a dangerous thing, Joe. And this dude just pissing me off. So he was a heavy FOI nigga, man. And these niggas thought that shit was really deep. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. I was just so mad. I was like, look, man, shut your stupid ass up, nigga. Know that jailhouse doctor. What the fuck is your beard at, nigga? That nigga gonna say, I was just so mad. The Lord just put the spirit on me to curse him out. That nigga gonna say, beard, brother, clean face, clean spirit. That's what we was taught at the Nation of Islam. I just got to rebuking them and shit, and I was telling them young niggas that this niggas too, and they was like, and I was cutting it from the scriptures, and they was like, man, hey, bro, right here sound like he know what he talking about. He really read, you just talking some shit. Yeah.
Because you know what? Because that's what Farrakhan does.
It is.
And then low key, for any of you who might be watching, he watches our videos.
Yeah, he watch our videos.
Because him and a lot of these pastors and these Christian guys, all of a sudden they all sound like they speak like
They
we
got
speak.
the lingo.
They talk,
Yeah.
they saying what we say.
Read.
Right.
You know they going into the blue letter, going into the Greek. You gotta go into the Hebrew, brother.
Right.
You gotta go into the Greek. Where'd y'all get that from?
MC
That's
Gusto,
right.
You know?
man.
MC
Gusto,
Gusto.
man.
MC Gusto.
Niggas
He
be Jack
walking like
Swagger
me.
Jack.
He talking like me. He trying to be me.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
God.
Look, man, because the works starting with the apostles and the elders on down, hey, man, the scriptures say, hey, get that real quick. No, read that real quick, but then get who's faith follow to get another point. But this just to back up the original point. Go ahead.
This is Amos 9:7.
Going back to them freaky Hamites, because the elder made a point, and he said they just another dark-skinned nation of people.
A different darkness.
Exactly. It's Elamites that's blacker than me.
That's right. You got East Indians.
Ugly as hell,
That's darker
too.
than a lot of you brothers that's standing here.
I'm not saying they handsome, Mr. Murph. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say that. Go ahead.
Are ye not as children of Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel?
He said, are they like unto the children of Ethiopia unto me, a dark-skinned race? That's why when you go into the book of Acts, he told them that he was a Roman. And they said, Roman, art thou that Egyptian? Because he was a dark-skinned man.
That's
But
right.
he said he was a citizen of Rome. But he told you in the scriptures, I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. But he was a man of a dark-skinned complexion. Just like,
That's why the Lord went to hide among the Egyptians.
that's right.
That's right. That's exactly.
Matthew 2:14.
Because he went
That's
to go
right.
blend in. That's why when Rome, not Rome, but when you know in 70 AD, when Judea fell to the Romans, that's why so many of our people fled west into Africa, so that they can blend in and hide among them Africans to get away from them damn murderous ass Romans.
That's right.
That's what happened. That's how our people ended up in the west coast of Africa. And guess what? The Africans knew that, and the so-called white man knew that. That's why they went specifically to the west coast to get slaves. They didn't go to Northeast Africa, Northwest Africa, South Africa. They went straight to West Africa to get the slaves.
Hey, nigga, they ain't go to Egypt.
Because they knew
For
exactly.
all you Kemet niggas out there. It's like, I gotta put them niggas on the spot. There's 53 different nations in Africa, but all you Kemet niggas preaching is Egypt. Because you don't know the scriptures. That's
don't
why
know real
when
history.
Exactly.
They
Definitely don't
know
know
the
that.
history that was given them. It's like leaving a false crumb. It's like I write a message and a note to set you up,
Send your ass off.
right?
Yeah.
And then I drop that shit and leave it.
Bam.
And then somebody grab it. He dropped it.
Nigga, hey, what you saying, sorry? Nigga, they down.
Right. Let me help y'all,
Dumb
brothers.
nigga.
Sit in.
Yeah. And they feel deep because they feel like they the one that brought it to the surface. Well, I got news flash for you, nigga. Jean Francis Champollion and the gang of Edomites created that Egyptology bullshit. And you know that this is the truth in the scriptures. And that's what Revelation's talking about. Going back to that elder, he said they went to the west coast of Africa. In Revelations, when it said the earth helped the woman. We went to hide over there. The woman was Israel. I'm writing that scripture. And we went to hide over there in the west coast of Africa. That was prophecy to happen. That's why I said the earth helped the woman. Go on. Yeah.
No, finish that.
Yeah, finish
that Joel first.
Con, you didn't finish that?
They still
Go
get
ahead.
it.
Go ahead, finish. Go back into it, Salah.
It's the book of Joel.
Damn Muslims. Rastafari. Hey, look, a nigga will be anything but an Israelite. And this cause of captivity. Just started back from the top.
Deal with them niggas for 4 days.
This the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
That's right.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Hey, why do you think
They robbed the temple.
No, I was just gonna say, why do you think these Arabs get this dome of the rock, all this big ass gold temple? Where do you think they got that from?
Right.
Where do you think these Muslims built that with? Where do you think they got that shit from? That's our shit. That's our land.
That's it. Exactly.
Go ahead, brother.
Joel chapter 3 verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Right, so that's proof. That's the children of Judah is talking about you so-called black people, right? And the southern kingdom, you know, Negroes, you know, the Levites in Haiti, and the Benjamites in the islands, right, in the West Indies. That's what that's talking about. Jerusalem is talking about the northern kingdom, man. So he made it a point to say both, right? Because we all went into captivity together, man.
That's right.
Right, at different times, but then we went into captivity together. Also doing this transatlantic slave trade, because there was a reverse slave trade.
That's right.
Northern kingdom was being brought over to Europe as the southern kingdom was being taken to the Americas, man.
Exactly.
Being dropped off in Brazil.
Exactly.
And all throughout the islands, in Hispaniola. Go ahead, brother.
Joel chapter 3 verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians,
The so-called white man. Go ahead.
that ye might remove them far from their border.
Yeah, and we ain't been home since, man. All right, we weren't supposed to go home. Them jakes that went back over there, they going off, man.
Right.
They gonna die over there.
Yeah.
All right, they gonna die right along with them Amalekites, them damn Ethiopians, them Hamites, and all them other heathens is over there.
And that should tell you something, because they still subject to those heathens over there.
Yeah, how you gonna go back home and then still be
And
subject?
still be subject.
Duh.
That's not in the
They
prophecy.
get you free.
The prophecy, hey,
Man,
we
they
supposed to have
should have
world
got over
domination.
there and got mad and beat dude ass and came
Come on,
back.
man. Right, man.
That's right.
Should have sent that
Like,
nigga
damn,
back
wait,
to
wait a
Cabrini,
minute, we
wherever
here
the fuck
with shit. We here, but man, they still over us.
Gave him
Man.
a couple lumps of coal on this shit. Some raccoon eyes.
The
Yeah,
fuck,
because look,
man?
it's a prerequisite, if that's the right word for it, but to be a Jake over there and have citizenship in Demona, you actually have to join the military.
Yeah, you gotta join the military.
So you're going to join the army to fight against the Lord in hope of being in a false sense of hope of being delivered,
It's
going back
retarded,
into the
right.
land.
Yep.
None of that makes sense.
It's
Insane.
utterly retarded, man.
Stupid as
The
hell.
Lord said he was going to gather his elect from the four corners of the earth and where he scattered them.
They missed that part.
Oh, but big time.
It wasn't in their Bible,
They
didn't
read
read
that
it.
trick Bible.
right?
Yeah, they didn't read
They
it.
didn't read it.
Say they shall not go by flight. You know?
That's right.
God.
That's right. That's right.
Gotta
And then
wait
you
for
had
the
niggas.
Lord.
It's a lot.
No, I was just gonna make a quick point. Then you had niggas like outside of that movement. You had niggas outside of that movement just a little while ago. You had not our apostle Ricard, but you had that elder Ricard who, you know,
GOCC.
from GOC. See, I remember about 9 years ago, he was pressing all of them to get passports and fucking move to Africa, man. He was telling his whole camp, to move to Ethiopia and shit. I ain't forgot about that, man. I'm wrestling with these niggas every Saturday. Niggas coming to me, yeah, y'all in the truth, brother, but y'all ain't getting y'all passports and going to Ethiopia. That's what they was teaching at GLCC.
Why the fuck would you go to Ethiopia?
Who is?
I mean, you know, some of them
bad.
Oh,
some of
yeah,
them
that's it.
bitches is bad. I mean,
I get
but
that.
you know, them
Shit,
some
just
pretty
go on the
bitches.
north side and get a couple of them.
Yeah. You go up to uptown, go up to Rogers Park. You can get
Come
some
on,
of that.
man. Them niggas ain't going for that. Them niggas, they really think they gonna skate. Tell you, yeah, it's finna go down. So you look, not by flight, man.
Right.
That's you. And when you niggas trying to run, you discredit the power of Yahweh Shah.
Yep.
Because divine intervention is what put this devil over us. It's the same thing that's gonna get this devil off
Point
our
blank
back.
period, man.
That's it, man.
Ain't no other way out of this, man. Ain't no running from this fight, man.
God.
None.
Ain't no running from this fight.
Go ahead, brother. Whatever you
Can
got.
I get the
Whatever you got, brother.
Okay.
Whatever
This is
y'all brothers got. Bring
this
it
the
out,
book of
man.
Isaiah chapter
Y'all heads
52
too warm, nigga.
and verse 11. It says, depart ye, go ye out from this. Touch no unclean thing, go ye out of the midst of her. Be ye clean that bear the vessels of Yahweh, right? And so when it's talking about departing, it's not talking about us literally physically leaving, all right? It's talking about depart mentally from this place, man.
Yeah.
Spiritually, in every way that you can.
Right. That means, you know, cut off Christmas, birthday celebrations, Easter, all those things that have nothing to do with our culture, man.
Ain't no crib.
All right. You know that, right? You know,
Ain't no crib.
No crime, bro.
those things are not. Those are heathenistic customs, which are not our ways, man.
Right.
All right. And so anything that separates us from our power, we're not to do. That's what that scripture is talking about.
That's right.
It didn't mean physically. You know, we gonna get on a boat, get on a plane, to get up out of here. That's not what it's talking about, man.
All right.
Look at this next verse.
Go ahead, brother.
The book of Isaiah 52 and verse 12. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight. For Yahweh will go before you, and the power of Israel will be your reward.
That's right, man. Right. You know, hey, look, you trust in the Lord, man. Hey, the Lord, you know, let's put it this way, man. Some of us aren't going to be martyrs. There's nothing we can do about that. Some of us are going to be marked to death, but the majority of us, we're going to get delivered out of here. We keep doing what we're doing.
That's right.
That's right.
It's as simple as that, man.
That's right.
All right? You know, Isaiah 54 and 17, real quick, somebody grab it. Get whatever you got first.
This is Isaiah 30 and 15. For thus saith Yahweh power. That shit over with. Phone dead. Go ahead.
Damn.
This is Jeremiah.
Isaiah 30 and 15.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30. So like, you want to read it?
Verse 15. Go ahead and I'll read it. Read it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 15. It reads, for thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved.
Right, and returning to the Heavenly Father. All right, hey man, and resting and waiting on the Lord. That's where you're gonna be saved. Go ahead.
This is a patience thing, man.
That's it.
This is a marathon, not a race.
That's
man.
right.
And you gotta
right.
pace yourself in this thing, man, or you'll get burnt out. You know, I've seen lots of guys come in and they be on fire, you know, and then they burn themselves out because they go too hard. They go too hard. It's like every day they in the scriptures. Every day they doing, you know, multiple. Hey, that's what happened with, you know, my man bugged out. My man, what's his name? Yahweh the Maccabee. All right? He was going too hard, man. He was doing 4 or 5 videos a day, man. All right? And now, you know, the brother just tripping. I hope, you know, for his sake, I hope he got you there.
It says, in returning and rest shall you be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. And ye would not.
What? Go
But
ahead.
ye said, no, for we will flee upon horses.
That's what GOCC is doing, man. They fleeing upon horses. What? They getting their passports, trying to get up out of this judgment. It don't work like that. Go ahead.
Therefore shall ye flee. And we will ride upon the swift. Therefore shall they that pursue you be swift.
So in other words, hey, it ain't no getting out the fucking jam. All right, it is what it is. The only way out the jam is divine intervention through your faith, man.
Yep.
That's it. You got to stand 10 toes down for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. You're going to hold your post and be a fucking man. And you're going to deal with whatever come your way, man.
That's right.
Okay? And that's it.
Hey,
all that trying to
right.
get up out of America, you can't escape the judgment of the Lord, man.
God, no.
You can't get away from it, man. You know?
Can't you see what the Lord is doing, man? Geopolitically, how the Lord is moving throughout the earth, morality-wise. This man is gone. It's through. It's over with, man.
Done, man.
I'm happy as hell.
The earthquakes, the strange weather,
Motherfucker,
you know, chariots being seen
Everywhere.
That's right.
the UAPs,
Yep.
you know, uprisings of the people all over the world. Everything's happening, man. Everything we've been talking about is happening.
Yes.
Right.
What them other shits is talking about, it ain't happening.
That's right.
This is the truth.
That's right.
There's only one truth, man, and it's right here. All right, it's right here. And all you got to do is just believe on Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, and have patience and faith, man. When they say the patience and the faith of the saints, what are we waiting to do? What you got, brother?
I had Isaiah 54. This is Isaiah 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every
Read the
tongue
verse
that-
before that, brother.
the verse
Read the
before that-
verse before it. Yeah.
Isaiah 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Talking about the missile.
That's right.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
right,
The
man.
heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
That's what I'm talking about, man. All right, every voice thing, everybody that open up their lips and come against us, man, the Lord gonna shut their mouths.
That's right.
And in some cases, He gonna use some of us to do it.
That's right.
All right, that's written,
You got it.
right? Yeah.
Jeremiah 16.
Jeremiah 59.
That too.
threshold.
All battle
Yeah,
axes.
yeah, the battle axe.
Yeah.
You know, the Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Woo.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 16.
Yeah.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. Right, and that's what we're doing now.
Jeremiah
Fisher.
51. I said 59. Man, 51. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
Right, and that's what
fishes
we're
the
doing
men.
now. You heard that fishers, all right, is fishing them in, putting that bait out there, you know,
Yeah.
and let go and bite, man. All right, it says, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill,
Those are
and,
countries.
Yep.
All right. That's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yep. So you're gonna get snatched up. So right now we're fishing for men to come into this truth, to come into the sanctuary, man.
Yep.
But there's gonna come a time when the fishing is over and it's time to hunt.
Yeah.
And that's when brothers gonna start getting them, you know, when that download comes, when
Right.
that First Corinthians comes. Somebody gonna get that power, man.
That's right.
They didn't write all these superhero movies and cartoons and shit. Those ideas and that mindset came from somewhere. It came out of the Bible, man.
That's right.
They got it from the Bible, man.
Yep.
All right. And so a lot of these men, some of these men are gonna get that power, man. You know, you gonna all of a sudden you gonna see a damn Negro, so-called Negro, so-called Hispanic, floating with their eyes glowing and shit.
Hey,
Right.
Right,
Right?
Burn.
It's gonna happen, man. It's written.
Hey,
It's written. You can't embrace all the Bible and then leave that part out, man.
Exactly.
Okay? And it's happened before.
It's happened before.
So it's gonna happen again, man.
you remember that dude on the Super Friends, that big ass Gadite, Apache Chief?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
damn.
nut truck.
Yeah.
You just get
Big
giant.
as fuck.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just step on one of these dirty ass mics. Just get big in his face. Just get big and step on him.
Superman and friends.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of men that sigh and cry for all the abominations.
And that's a different mark that's talked about in Revelation, the 13th chapter, 16th verse. All right, this is actually talking about the name. All right, this knowledge, this wisdom. Go ahead.
That sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And
And who's crying, sighing and crying about all the abominations that's done in the midst thereof? Us. Nobody else is complaining about it.
that's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him to the city and smite.
Smite means to strike down with great violence, painfully. All right? All right, when you tell a man, take thy sword and fall upon him, that means hack his ass to pieces, man.
Oh
right?
yes.
Huge.
When he said, right.
Absolutely.
No, I said, take thy sword and fall upon that man. You just told him to put that man to death.
Yep.
All right? Well, go ahead.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
And go ahead.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids.
So that old wicked son of a bitch, He
Get
getting
it?
it too.
That's right.
That old wicked ass woman, she getting it too. Go ahead.
Right.
Old and young, both maids and little children.
Right. So hey, little badass baby kids, they getting it too, man.
They getting punted.
Little
They
shitty
gotta
diaper,
pay.
fucking.
They gotta pay.
And a woman.
Yeah.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
So that man is calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. Right. One last scripture. Somebody get a Revelation 13, 9, and 10. Because this is what we're waiting for.
Woo!
This is the ultimate prize. All right. This is the ultimate prize. But go ahead and get it, brother.
Say it with your chest.
This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Yeah.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So those that led us into captivity are going into captivity. Read.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
We know what nation's blessing was the sword. Go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is what the saints are patiently waiting for.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And I beheld another beast coming.
No, that's it, brother.
Yeah, that's it.
So the people that led us in captivity are going into captivity, and they're gonna get put to the sword.
It's called justice.
All right, and it is called justice, and that's what the saints. It didn't say everybody. It said that's what the saints are, and the saints are the Israelites.
Right.
Right? Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash.
What about